Hello, everybody, and welcome to the grand finals of the North American Major League for PS4. I hope I haven't messed anything up. I was playing a bit too close to the start of this, so I should have stopped playing and started setting up my stream a bit sooner. But I hope everything on the overlay is correct. Everything should be fine, and we are getting into the match. All the players are ready. And once again, this is the grand finals of the Major League. This is for a total of $2,500 for the first place winner. The second place winner only gets 1,250 or something. I don't recall exactly. I think it's 1,250 second place, 750 third place, and 500 fourth place. 2,500 grand prize. And I mean, this entire season of Major League has come down to this moment here. I'm very honored to be allowed to cast this, and I mean, I hope it's going to be a good game for both the teams. We are starting off once again on Border, a very common map across all regions, pretty much. We are seeing Consulate, not so common in EU, but I've seen it played in the previous NA Major League game that I casted, and then we are seeing Coastline as the decider map, something that I am very excited about, hopefully. And probably this map will go to 3. So we're probably going to be seeing Coastline be played here. I mean, presumably both these teams are the best of the best in NA right now, so you'd think that hopefully they're both prepared to be able to win a map each. But we will see who is most, or if they're equally matched, who is best, and how this goes down. We're seeing Demento here just on cameras, doesn't want to play too aggressively. Is that Ella not going to go for roam quite yet, though? This is a map that is very hard to roam on. We see Saka Punta, as well as like playing this operator Pulse, who, especially on a map like this, Border, lots of vertical destruction, should be playing downstairs. However, he is not, because of how easy it is for the attackers to just clear out the roam game. Easy peasy. We are seeing Assassin Slay here. Downstairs is gonna Ash open his floor here. Will spawn. No, he's not gonna Ash that open. Sway picks up the first kill of the round. Ooh, nice peek outside there. Unfortunately, Jaeger, that is Toxic Cookies, gets taken down and loses. Assassin Slay watching around, throwing a flashbang here, right through the roof. There are drones here watching from. Eons going for some Habanas on this wall. Not gonna put the thermites down on the wall. I don't know where God Caesar exactly is. He's just on his drone for the moment. Assassin Slay still downstairs here, washing out. Gonna throw down another drone. A thermite wall has, or a thermite charge has blown up on that wall, as well as the Habana charges. Thermite pushing in through the main door here. Does have another charge left, but doesn't worry about his utility as he is ready to push in. Goes for the kill. Gets the kill onto spawn peak. He is ready to push farther into the site, but gets immediately refragged by Demento. We see Backyardigans are very low health here, going to be the only one holding down this box. Unfortunately, he misses a lot of shots onto Eon Spin's head, and Spin is going to be ready to go for the plant here. Just going to push his way all the way in. Goes for a pre-fire, hip fires Demento as Demento comes around the corner. And it's a 4-on-1 here, all down to the Pulse. Pulse picks up 1 kill. Saka does have a C4 still. He could win this. However, I don't think Overdose is a team that's going to let something like that happen. Ooh, he does almost pick up the headshot onto Assassin Slay. But Slay just goes for the good old-fashioned drop shot and wins the gunfight. Unfortunately, Pulse's gun not high enough fire rate to be able to for him to win that gunfight. But a very strong first round here from Overdose. I mean, definitely showing what they're made of. I'm not 100% sure on the history. I believe that Overdose have won the 2 previous seasons of Major League as well, and I mean, they've definitely played. I mean, they've definitely shown why they deserve it. So,
attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
alright, apologies for the distraction there. We are good. God Caesar reinforcing this wall. Back fountain. Pretty standard reinforcement. We'll see if they do anything crazy. Doesn't look like they're gonna shotgun open this wall here, which signifies to me that they're probably gonna put a mirror window on this wall, which will allow them to fast peek the mirror window, giving them a lot of leverage inside of the CCTV room. They're reinforcing these two walls here. Oh, they are reinforcing this boxing that's completely off here in this L hallway. I am curious about this setup. This is different from anything I've seen before. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do. Of course, they're probably going to put a mirror window this wall, which will allow them to hold a lot of CCTV. They're not going to put a mirror window in CCTV, which, I mean, of course, would contradict this setup. But they are trying to hold CCTV or kind of just block CCTV off. I'm not quite sure. But, I mean, it's definitely looking good. The mirror window does get opened, however, from the Twitch drone. Unfortunate that, the Mira didn't have a chance to cover his window from the Twitch drone as it has been taken down. He's going to put it down a second one here. Probably got the drone. Demento on that Twitch. Be looking for a mirror window. Toxic Cookies driving in. Goes for the mirror window. Unfortunately, he misses the Twitch drone. And that could be big. Both his Twitch drones are down now, and Mira knows. Probably. I would assume that Mira probably took down the first drone. And, yeah. See SD Sway here. Watching the main doorway into sight, holding this long angle, doesn't want to, he's kind of hoping that nobody's going to challenge him. Toxic Cookie shoots that Valkyrie camera, does spot it out. Holding this angle.
Reloading! Attackers recovered the diffuser.
First kill around, coming out backyard again, taking down Sway. Good shot from him. On that thermite, did he really peek the same exact angle that they got a early kill from last round? Looks like it. I mean, he's dead over there, but you see the blood splatter on the back wall here. Looks like that was the angle that was peaked. Backyardigans open up a through angle there. Demento outside. We do hear C4. Sokka gonna fall back a bit. Ready to push in here, probably. Does see Spin, but Spin gets taken down by Backyardigans. The second kill for the round. Demento. Ooh, Toxic Cookies picks up another kill. 5 versus 2 here. C4 comes out. It's not going to hit anybody as Toxic Cookies takes down the person with the detonator for it. It's now 5-on-1 here. Once again, we're seeing a rollover round on this armory attack. Assassin Slay at the bottom of the mid stairs here. Is he going to be able to clutch a 1 versus 5 in the Major League Finals? This, I mean, this would be a big deal if somebody clutched a 1 versus 5 in the Major League Finals. Spawn Peak is the first to get taken down. Can he do this? He sees Toxic Cookies, lights him up. Oh, it doesn't quite hit him. Toxic Cookies peeking back and forth, and he does find the kill there. Once again, I mean, what I said earlier there, as it became a 5v1, Toxic Cookies just leaning back and forth and eventually hits the headshot there, it's interesting to see that the armor attack is something that's so convincingly won from both teams. I mean, it was a 4-on-1 on one round and then a 1-on-5 the second round. It is 1-1 now, and I mean, it's interesting because it's the most commonly and convincingly defended site on this map. We will see Strength go onto the ventilation room and workshop here, but you gotta wonder why. Oh, apologies, I have something in my throat. You gotta wonder why that site wasn't working out. Maybe both the teams are just not as comfortable in their holds on that site as they should be. But I mean, I don't know. It's just interesting to me that the easiest site to defend on this map is the one that is so hard for both these teams to defend. But maybe they're just really good on attack. I mean, that's the thing with something that's easily defended. An attacking squad has to think of 100 different ways to attack it and pull it apart. And this specific attacking squad definitely, or both these attacking squads have learned what they need to do to pull it apart the defense and are showing us it. But we'll see, we'll see.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
But Sokka gonna put down Castle Barricade there. We're seeing the software hole come out. Mirror window in the fountain. Mirror window over here as well in the box, or well, in the small office, washing into the box. Box has been reinforced as well. No batteries on it though. Interesting. But maybe they aren't too worried about that. They are opening up. They're well, opening up is a bit of an understatement. Decimating Backyardigans picks up the first kill of the round with the C4. That is the sledge down outside the B window. They're decimating this floor here to watch onto any thinkable plant spot down below. And I mean, it's not a bad strategy. It just takes time and resources to set up. Toxic Cookies downstairs here on site. Demento was who I was looking for. I just saw that GSG9 outline. And, thought it might be the Jaeger. Demento watching this angle. Spawn peek upstairs. Watching through the floor. Is thinking of maybe falling back to site, or maybe he's just trying to balance on the edge. Regardless, he does know that this Hibana hole has been opened up, but he's not too worried by it quite yet. Shoots one drone down. See somebody outside. Is ready to receive another drone here as he does hear it gets put in. Demento watching this angle as he doesn't want a Twitch drone to come around. Hibana comes in. It's on the mirror window. Now this could be a big deal. Demento could have run over and batteried it if Spawn Peak gave the call as soon as it happened, but he is not going to bother with it. Spawn Peak rather drops downstairs back to site. Going to fall off that mirror window. Demento all on his own upstairs here. Assassin takes down a double kill there onto Toxic Cookies and Spawn Peak. That's huge, taking down the Jaeger and the Mira. Demento here at the east stairs takes down Assassin. Refrag. 3 versus 3 now. Soccer gonna rotate back into site. Demento holding this angle from Tellers. Ooh, Backyardigans picks up another kill there. That's I own you. Going down. Sokka outside. Or inside, rather. Ooh, Hibana Eon spins. Takes a kill onto Backyardigans. 2 versus 2. Demento having an opportunity to push in here. However, he probably doesn't know that God Caesar is right at this main door. He does go in. Tries to deny the plant. He does get it. God Caesar picks up another kill. And Demento goes for the shots. God Caesar gets the wall bang. Unfortunately, Demento cannot quite find the bullets through the wall. And God Caesar gets a thermite wall bang. He sees the shots. Just goes for the spray all the way through. Unfortunately, for... Who was the bandit? Demento on Bandit. Gets headshotted through the wall. I think he was crouching too, so if he stayed stood up, he would have won that round. Very, very close. Coming down to a 1v1. Interesting to see, like I mentioned earlier, the top floor site so hard to defend for both these teams, but as soon as they go into the ventilation room, it goes to a 1v1. I'll just... last time I cast in Major League, basically I noticed afterwards that the game was a bit loud compared to my mic. Not deafeningly loud, but I'm just going to quickly turn down the game audio just a tiny bit so that it's a bit easier for you guys to hear me as I'm sitting a decent distance from my mic. I'll be right back.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Alright, so everybody let me know in chat if the ratio is a bit better now, or if maybe the game audio is too quiet for you guys. Let me know if it's too quiet. I will turn it back up a bit. But it should be probably fine right now. You can, I mean, you're not supposed to, the game audio isn't supposed to be like that noticeable. You're just supposed to be able to hear, like, if a mirror window gets opened, if a Hibana or thermite charge is going off, if somebody's, like, running around shooting. You're not supposed to, like, hear it that loudly. I own you. Putting a battery on this hatch, trying to catch his enemy Hibana off guard, and hopefully getting a set of pellets. Sokka gonna have to watch out for that. Might get caught off guard. So, this round continuing on here. It is 2-1 in favor of Overdose once again. Sway staying here by this castle barricade. Interesting setup that they have on this bottom floor here. Reinforcing, castling all of Tellers. Gonna put this castle back up probably as it is. I mean, the operator, so it's not gonna be hard for him. It castled the bathroom as well. Interesting setup that they're just trying to hold this entire site. Curious that they don't have anything holding the passport wall. And but they do, however, have... Yeah, they're trying to hold the entire first floor. I like this setup here. It's ambitious, big. They probably tried it out in scrims, so I mean, it's not obviously not overextending too much for their comfort, but Yeah. Ooh, Spawn Peak opening up the roof above and taking down the Valkyrie. I don't know exactly where that was, but I heard the Valkyrie getting shot down. I don't remember where the... I don't know where the Hibana was. Backyard is playing very aggressive on that Thermite. Once again, not going to get punished for it. Looking for a Valkyrie game right now. Croning down, watching this angle. Ooh, opens it up and realizes that the wall is indeed reinforced. Sokka getting this hatch here. He has used 2 Hibana charges and has opened both the hatches, so he did not get caught off guard by the bandit. I was kind of curious to see if that would work or not. Assassin, ooh, upstairs. He does shoot a drone, but Toxic Cookies hears it, notices, maybe gets the call out, and takes him down. Goes for double kills as he takes down Sway. Is now 5-on-2. Hard sight to hold on a 5-on-2. Trying to find the head of Sakapuncha here. Spin, sees the flashbangs coming out. Throws the smoke grenade, however, it's not going to take down the Buck quite yet, but he will with his SMG-11. Takes down Spawn Peak, Refract coming out, Demento, taking him down. 4 versus 1 here. The first kill comes out, I own you. Tries to get the second one, but Sakapunta with that bearing 9 comes out on top of his engagement. I own you going down, making this 2-2. Incredibly close game on border so far. I mean, really good round from both teams, honestly. I mean, all the roamers kind of just got taken out. Toxic Cookies just picking up that double kill. I don't know how many kills he got that round, but I mean, he definitely showed himself, played very well, and got the kills that he needed to put his team at a significant advantage, bringing it from a 5v4 to a 5v2. Incredibly hard for the defenders to win, and at that point, I mean, it's just a matter of everybody dropping the hatch and just kind of trying to go for refrags as people fall, and that's exactly what they did, and it worked out. Just checking the chat real quick, as there's a 3-minute delay on this. Show scoreboard. I'll put up the scoreboard here. It's good. Game audio too quiet. It's perfect. Pretty good. It's good. Maybe it's just me that the game audio is too quiet. Alright, sorry if you guys wish you could hear the game audio a bit more, but I'm just going to leave it at what it is, since a lot of people said that it was good. But I just want to make sure that I'm not being deafened by the gunshots or anything at times, so just watching out for that. So
10 seconds left before insertion.
2-2 here. And it's been an incredibly close game so far. I mean, 2 rounds so far, or 3 rounds actually, have been more or less rollovers. It's been 4-on-1, 5-on-1, and then another 4-on-1. But the one round that did come close was an incredibly close 1 versus 1. Toxic Cookie's getting downed right off spawn here. Unfortunate for him, however, Spawn Pig is going to be quick to cover, make sure that he's not going to get rushed onto, and pick him back up to 50% health. However, he cannot go down again, which could be a bit of an issue for him. Barricade coming up there. Backyardigans picking up another C4 kill onto Eon Spins as the Hibana this time, not the sledge, but I mean, Backyardigans definitely doing well there to not.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
I mean, he got the exact same C4 twice in a row, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the C4 right outside here. No, actually, the Hibana corpse is nowhere to be found. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the explosion is from the impact nade hole. I don't know exactly where he got that C4 kill, but he's gotten a C4 kill twice in a row, which is all that really matters, playing the same position. And seeing a lot of people on site here. Assassin Slay, ready to put this breach shard down, does have that jack-o'-lantern charm on his weapon. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a Halloween thing or what. I honestly don't know if that was from last year or what it was, but it looks pretty cool. However, he has put the breach charge down, ready to go in here, waiting for a call from his teammates, probably. God Caesar making his way in here, covering the east stairs. I own you. Is going to come in through Passport as well, and Sway still just covering this main door. Might be getting calls to go to Passport, however, Backyardigans standing right around this corner. If he threw a nade right now, he'd probably get a kill. There might be an ADS. No, there is no ADS. If he, yeah, there's no ADS. So if he did throw a nade right now, he would get a kill. However, he goes for the aggressive push in, and it's now a 5 versus 3 because Backyardigans is valiantly watching that angle. They're going to go for this Thermite charge. Thermite goes down. I own you. You see Assassinate here. Unfortunately, nobody droning out the shower. He does take down the ADS in his pre-fires, but, I mean, nobody droning that out for him. would probably have made this a lot easier not having to worry about that angle. However, he does see 2 laser sights watching this Hibana hole. If he just wallbanged hard left of him. Oh, he does do exactly what I said, and he gets the headshot on a Sakapunta. Nice game sense there. He almost wallbangs Toxic Cookies as well, as Toxic is down to about 1 point of health, but God Caesar will finish up that job, and they are watching the hatches. Ooh, however, a kill from Spawn Peak brings this back into equal man count, 2 versus 2. God Caesar's just going to rotate out, watching the hatches, doesn't want anybody to drop on top of him. Demento does drop, however, he does not get finished off by God Caesar. They have to push together. However, the wallbang comes out, doesn't hit anything. Ionu picks up a third kill for the round, goes for the 4th, comes out with a pistol, and gets almost shotgun down, but he is very, he's fairly low on health. That shotgun not the best for fragging, and Ionu picking up a 4K with Thermite. Incredible play from him, picking up some amazing kills there. I mean, incredibly well played too. Once again, for both the teams, interesting to see that Overdose are playing, try to just attack that from the first floor. Obviously, that's one site that you definitely assume that every team is going to take that from above every single time. That's just the meta on that site, and you can take it from the first floor. It is doable, but it's just not something that is very common, especially at a high level of play like this. And I mean, it worked out incredibly well for them, winning them that round. And we are seeing a Capcan. Sway playing the newest addition to the Ubisoft list of operators that got buffed. Obviously, Blitz got buffed at the same time as Capcan, but I'm going to say the Capcan buff is a tiny bit more significant than the Blitz buff, seeing as how he's probably one of the strongest operators in the game for just getting, I mean, cheap kills, I guess. He kind of, like, I don't mean any offense by that, but, like, getting a kill with the Capcan isn't really a ton of skill-based playing, and Capcan getting a buff like this in competitive play definitely allows for a lot of easy kills onto people that would normally be hard gunfights. I think, personally, for a team that doesn't bring IQ and Twitch, he is a very strong pick. But seeing as how Demento is playing IQ, and I don't think, yeah, it's not actually his first time playing IQ either. They should know that the Demento does play IQ. Just testing his aim there. Backyardigans picks up an early kill. Once again, Backyardigans somehow picking up the opening kill once again on Thermite. Incredible Thermite play we're seeing here. I mean, his gun is strong, but it's normally not the one you want going first in the door. But regardless, like I said, we have Toxic Cookies and Demento playing IQ and Twitch. They don't have a Thatcher here, which of course is a bit of a deal when they have to deal with a Capcan. But the thing is, if you have a Twitch, even if they have a mute, you can kind of just use the IQ to see where you need to move your Twitch run to avoid the IQ, or to the mute jammers. And he does get that one Twitch, or mirror window. He's going to go for a shock onto the enemy as he tries to drive into the small office. However, it gets jammed out. Demento not watching with his IQ scanner. But he will probably notice that there's a Capcan on the enemy team, and will probably have an opportunity to just IQ all the doorways that need to be checked for a Capcan. Demento sees the feet here of Castle. Is going to go for the kill. Hoping that Castle is still playing there, but alas, he is not. They do castle this doorway as well, definitely trying to close off CCTV for any rotation from the attackers. Apologies, I got the hiccups a bit. I mean, I definitely don't like giving up too much of CCTV. We are seeing Overdose down a man here. A minute, 16 seconds left. Spawn peak downstairs. Might get caught off guard during rotation by Eon. Eon's spin here. He does not. However, Demento spots out spin, almost gets the shots onto him. Toxic, letting him up to about down about half health. The Buck playing below, not able to really do much. He doesn't want to go into the workshop at all, and it sounds like the plant might be going down here. We see Backyardigans going for the plant. Toxic Cookies just runs in and kills 2 people. He is looking for Sway here, but Sway comes out on top. Sway and Assassin Slay here in a 2 versus 4 situation. Demento is on that back window. Sway probably going to get taken down here if Demento does peek. He does. And Assassin probably just going for some kills here, trying to boost his KD a bit. 1 versus 4 situation. He gets one of them. He goes for Demento, but Demento holding a good angle there, watching a hard challenge for Assassin, and wins the round for his team. Nice pre-fire there. And incredible round once again from Strength. It's just the rounds are so aggressively one side or another, but at the same time they're also really it's so close. Like, both the teams are so equally matched in terms of skill that when they kind of get chances to shine, when the teams coordinate properly, they get an early man advantage, and that just kind of spirals and spirals like the snowball effect, right? So one team gets the early kill, and then another one picks up another killer. In the case like Toxic Cookies has twice now on that Twitch picked up a double kill in the middle of the round, and it just opens up the rest of the round for them. I mean, the thing with teams being equally matched is that when a team of 5 people is versus a team of 3 people, if they're equally matched, the team with 5 people are going to win every single time. And teams this close, of course, they're not 100% equal, but it makes it really hard for a team to clutch out a round, or even an individual player. And it's causing the round count to go very close, but the player count to go very one-sided most rounds. Of course, there is also, if a team is equally matched, they're going to get refrags back and forth. But more often than not, one player will step up for a single round, get like a double kill, or two players will get kills separately, and there won't be any refrags coming out, and that will lead them to win the round. So, round starting out here.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers
Apologies.
have recovered their diffuser.
Backyardian's on top of this cabinet here, a position that he likes playing.
Target located. Loading mag.
Just chilling out on top here. Sakapunta in a bit of engagement here with I Own You. Spawnpig picking up the first kill of the round. Sakapunta running outside. However, he does get detected. Unfortunate that he didn't spot out who was there, and there are drones on him this entire time. Shots coming in from everyone. Shooting, shoots the drone there. Assassin on that Ash does pick up the refrag onto Demento. Doesn't quite hit the shots that he needs to. Unfortunately, whiffs a few too many. And is going to go for the flashbangs here. Oh, doesn't quite hit him, and Demento going to pick up another kill here. Demento doing amazingly on this roam so far. Eon Spins wanting to challenge this, but I Own You can't really push in here because Sakapunta has Demento's back, and unfortunately Demento whiffs a lot of shots, goes for the pistol kill here, does not find it against that bearing 9. It's a 2 versus 4. Eon Spin downstairs on site. Or, well, in the workshop. It's not actually the bomb site, but regardless, this time we may actually see a defense win, as it needs to be a 2 versus 5 clutch. The first win has already come out, or the first kill, rather. Pushing up the main stairs here, notices that nobody is right there. Not necessarily that nobody's watching it, but he's going to go ahead and take an educated guess that if it's barricaded, if there's barbed wire, if there's an ADS in the door, and he cannot hear anything, there's probably nobody going to be standing there and watching onto the main stairs. The Hibana does go off. I'm not sure if anybody noticed where that was, but he does get taken down almost immediately by Spawnpig. Toxic Cookies. When you go for the kill there, however he sees I Own You, and picks up the kill. It is 4-3, match point for Strength here. Kind of, I mean, underdogs in this situation, I would say. And they're definitely... Strength are looking really good on this map. If they can win out one more round here, which is an attack onto Armory Locker, something that they've won nearly every single time, is, I mean, they're in a really good spot here. They're in a really good spot to be able to win the round.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we will see how this round plays out. These next 3 minutes and 38 seconds will decide if Strength can come away here with the first map of the series, or if they have a chance of I mean, if Overdose had a chance of bringing this back.
Hardware ready.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
This round here, starting off, we are seeing the Echo shotgun being brought out. Going to be opening these shotgun holes from above. They do have the mirror, but they'd rather just have the Echo go for all the, or most of the holes that they need. We do see this downstairs roam coming out here. Eon Spin, opening up the bottom of the barricade. Spin still in the workshop here, or server room rather, but it's basically the same room. There's not really much of a divider. There's a wall kind of, but it can't be barricaded or reinforced or anything. So I'd say it's basically the same room. We're seeing 3 roamers downstairs here, and none of them really being challenged too hard. Honestly, God Caesar using his Echo drone here, and I own you on Mira. If Strength can just go for a really aggressive box push right now, which I mean is something that they're ready for. If they could just go right now and pressure onto the site, they would probably have this round. All they have on site is I own you behind that half wall, which they're probably going to drone out. I own you does get droned out there. And God Caesar, who's playing inside of the archives. This is probably, or no, he's not actually in the archives, but he is here. Spin has rotated back upstairs though, and I think the window of opportunity may have passed as Backyardigans has rotated downstairs. Spawn Peak is also downstairs. Assassin picks up 1 kill. And it's not looking great for Strength to be able to just quick rush this. Iron, you're still up here. Echo picks up a 2nd kill with that bearing 9 onto Toxic Cookies. Toxic Cookies, a real impact fragger so far this game, picking up a couple double kills here. And on defense, just kind of getting the kills that he needs to. I mean, I think Toxic Cookies going down this early. Not that I don't have faith in the other players that seem to 3v5 this, but ooh, especially after that first nade downs, I own you. And Assassin Slay at about 1 point of health. He's going to go for that revive. And Spawn Peak bucks open this wall. Doesn't have it all the way open. Can't quite sprint through it. And God Caesar comes around the corner with a bearing 9. And hits another shot. Headshot onto Sakapunta. He does get traded down. And Eon Spin pushes up aggressively. And he does not have his gun ready in time after reload. And Spin picks up a nice double kill onto Spawn Peak and Demento. And once again, just cautiousness, nervousness, or not just being prepared for everybody to be roaming downstairs. And Strength have unfortunately let this go into overtime, which is going to be hard for them to be able to win. But we'll see. Stuff happening in my chair right now. This is why I have mods, so I don't have to worry about this stuff midstream, but regardless, I don't know. If there's toxicity happening in my chat, apologies. Hopefully my mods timing out the people that deserve to be timed out. So, I don't know. Apologies. I don't really have much control over my own chat during casting. I have to be preoccupied with the game. And if there are issues with the chat, like people who are being toxic or saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying in chat, then I have faith in my mods to deal with them appropriately. And yeah, but regardless, we're in overtime now, and this game is all I really want to worry about. So, I mean, incredibly closely matched here. We just see Sakapunta and Sway both picking up only 2 kills. Sakapunta on Hibana and Sway on Bandit. I mean, 2 fairly kill-heavy operators to only be picking up 2 kills with this far into the game. I mean, you see everybody here except for Spin is going just barely breaking even on Overdose. I mean, Spin picked up a double kill last round. He was negative before that. And I mean, on strength, we are seeing a bit more of a positive spin on it. Spawn peak just barely negative, but Sokka, unfortunately, if he cannot pick it up, I mean, no offense to Shaka, but if he, or to Sokka, sorry, but if he cannot pick it up, this might be hard for them to be able to win. But we'll see what happens. I own you on that mirror once again. Puts down that mirror window. About a minute into the round. Ionu almost getting wallbanged here by Sokka. However, he does prone down fast enough. Ionu getting lit up quite a bit here. Sokka going for this bearing 9. We do see Godseaser almost taking somebody out. Sokka picks up a down, but gets immediately killed from the hallway. Assassin Slay picking up Spawn Peak and Sokka. 5 versus 3 now. 5 versus 2 as Sway picks up another kill. Assassin comes around the corner, but loses the gunfight to the Thermite, who has been L-mined. It is now 4 versus 2. Toxic Cookies, ooh, almost gets the kill onto Godseaser, unfortunately pre-firing the wall instead of shooting the person that was peeking around right into him. Backyardigans inside the offices here. This is going to be a hard setup. Ooh, he does try to wallbang, but the mirror window, unfortunately for him, is bulletproof, and he almost hit that kill, but not quite. He does get the kill onto Sway, though, bringing the odds mildly back into his favor. Almost picks up the kill onto the refragger of Spin, but Spin, unfortunately for Backyardigans, takes him down. Spin right in this doorway here. Wasting Toxic Cookie's time right now. Honestly, he's got to know. No, he actually does push in, but wins the gunfight regardless. Toxic Cookie's not prepared for that. I think there's a double-sided mind game going on in that situation, right? Spin knows that if he's outside, he is going to be pressured, and it's going to be hard for him to win the gunfight. But also, if he just stands there, and Toxic doesn't quickly figure out what to do with him, he is wasting a lot of time. And for Toxic, he is probably thinking that that's exactly what his enemy is thinking. And it's just going to say, okay, he's just going to stand out there and try to waste my time. Let's not worry about him. And then as soon as Sokka goes off the angle, immediately it's challenged. And unfortunately for him, loses the gunfight. A bit of an issue.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Oh no. Alright. So, another round here. 5-4. I mean, incredibly close so far in the game. And both the teams are playing as well as one would expect in the grand finals of a matchup like this. And yeah, we're seeing what's happening here. We'll see if these next 3 minutes and 12 seconds will be decided in favor of Overdose, or if Strength can bring this back, possibly for a 2-round comeback and win this map, or if they just win this and lose. We'll see. We'll see exactly what they do and how it goes, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see who wins.
Barricade secure!
Watching cameras here. Sokka just gonna be prone downstairs here into this this detention room. Not gonna get droned out. He could be wallbanged quite easily, but Godseaser not having an opportunity to see that or drone it out. They are rotating around for an east stairs take here, something that is quite different, uncharacteristic rather for this matchup. I mean, this is two teams that have gone for primarily main box A takes, and them going for offices here might be the switch up that is going to make them win this attack. I mean, obviously we did see Strength go for a kind of B take last round, but I mean they kind of just all died too quickly for anything to matter. Right? So he opens up a little buckhole there for his drone to get through and be able to drone the Ash in downstairs. Flashbang's going up through the drop edge here. Assassin throwing the flashes. They do get ADS, however. He does see this enemy here going for the Ash Charge, but Sokka, who, once again, like I mentioned at the beginning, has not been droned, takes him down, punishes him for his not being as cautious as he should have been. And God sees it. Ooh, C4 comes up from below, but Sokka, maybe not having the best map knowledge, does not realize that the Hibana is standing outside on the balcony, from what I know. God Caesar is inside. Pre-find this wall here. I own you. Picks up a... Ooh, kill. Almost picks up a second one on Memento, but Memento with that 50-round mag, Scorpion picks up the kill regardless. Toxic Cookies picks up another refrag to make this 2v4 possible, and we are seeing the Buck go downstairs. God Caesar inside the office still. Buck Sway going to make his way up the main stairs. One of these players is going to have to go big to be able to win this round. But once again, we are seeing Strength playing incredibly promisingly here. But God Caesar finds the opportunity to take Demento in the back of the head. And it is all up to Toxic Cookies here for a huge opportunity. If he loses this 1v2, they will be losing the map. This is a huge deal. If he wins this or not, unfortunately, he un-ADS's right as God Caesar comes around the corner, and he does not have a chance to win the round. And that is it. The map has been finished, and it went in favor of Overdose GG. I will be going to a bit of a intermission screen here, and I'll be back when the second map is ready to start.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
So hello everybody and welcome back to the second map here. First map, of course, going into the favor of Overdose. And the second map, just starting off here, this is Consulate. Third map, assuming Strength win this one, will be Coastline. I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be the one that we see, but we'll see, we'll see. We will see, however, how the second map goes underway. And hopefully for Strength, they can bring this to the third map. But of course, Overdose looking to close this out as soon as humanly possible. They could do it in these next 5 rounds if they are strong on a map like Consulate. But depends on if they are. It is entirely dependent on that. We'll see how it happens, or we'll see what goes down on this map. Meta maybe looking to play a bit aggressively, but not going to do so. And Demento going to be throwing some elements, just watching out. Not going to be getting droned too heavily quite yet. Toxic Cookies on these spiral stairs, watching out for anybody. Hopefully one of his teammates on site. Spawn Pick not necessarily. Yeah, Spawn Pick on his drone there. We'll see. Backyardigan's not on the cam either, so none of his teammates on site are. Ooh, the thermite charge might be getting taken out here. We just see the thermite. Thermite going for some advanced thermite tracking here. Toxic Cookies picks up a kill elsewhere. Saga trying to find this thermite charge. It does not finally go down. I own you, putting it up all the way on the side there. Not getting placed down. Toxic Cookies gets refragged by Sway. And Sokka just getting too confused by where Thermite wanted to put his charge down. Does get taken down. Sway is able to pick up that kill onto Toxic Cookies after refragging the Twitch. Apologies for missing all that action. I was too enthralled by the Thermite play. But we are seeing this top floor being taken over here by the attackers. And they're definitely doing it well here. So he takes down that default camera as he gets hit by an Ella mine. However, the Ella in no position to be able to kill him quite yet. The Echo drone, Spawn Peak, is ready here. Ooh, might get his drone shot a bit too early. Sway going for the shots, does not quite find the drone. Demento upstairs peeking into the console office. Gonna start pushing his way down the stairs here. Demento picks up a 1 kill and Sokka picks up another. It's a nice double kill here, and the attackers are limping as they are down. Sway very low on health. Gonna have to challenge onto Sokka here and gets taken down by what he could only see was a knee. And he gets taken down there 4-on-1. All up to own. It's gonna be a hard round for him. Especially 1v4. I mean, Strength definitely looking strong on Consulate so far. They won last week, if you remember. Ooh, first kill there. Come down onto Spawn Peak. Or not last week, but they won the semifinals on this map as well. Goes for the kill, but cannot find Demento prone on the floor.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, so apologies. Round starting out here, we are seeing a Frost, Ella, and a Legion here. Interesting lineup from the attack or from the defenders. They definitely want to go for this trap meta as much as humanly possible. I mean, Capcan being viable at this point. Curious to see why they're not running Capcan, maybe a Smoke or Echo, just to go full on with their commitment to this trap meta. But I mean, they're going pretty hard so far.
10 seconds left.
But
Attackers have
we're
discovered
seeing
the location of a bomb.
Assassin throwing an LMI down. Curious to see where these frost traps are specifically. He's already put all 3 of them
Attackers
down,
have recovered their
unfortunately.
diffuser.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to spot them
Bomb.
out. You don't quite see anything. There's one right there by the rotate hole, another one next to the doorway here. They're definitely trying to hold this off from A plan. I don't know where the 3rd frost trap is, particularly. Is it the bathroom window, maybe? Nope. Cannot quite find this 3rd frost trap. But regardless, interesting pick, something that we don't see a lot in high-level competitive play. And, I don't know, I think this is going to be an exciting round to see if any frost traps actually do come into
A bomb
use.
has been located.
Target located. Consul's office. No time to waste.
Attackers
Sway picks up the first kill of the round, and Owen picks up a second one. Sokka and Backyardigans going down quite early. Owen inside this console office. Ooh, the Ash at the top of yellow stairs. Gonna get herself spotted out, but picks up a kill for it, so. I mean, I'd say it's a worthwhile trade. Swampy going for this peek, back and forth, not hitting anything, just going for some pre-fires so far. Swampy gonna drone right inside, does see Owen, maybe not. Demento picks up a kill downstairs. He did get off his drone because he heard where the enemy was, probably from a call out from his team, but his teammate dealt with it too early for it to be relevant to him. He does see Godseaser inside the connector there. He's gonna go for the peek, maybe a wall bang. Ash is up that wall there, does get lit up a bit. Godseaser gonna go for this peek, does see a tiny little kill hole here. Can't quite find the head of Spawn Peak, or any body part for that matter. Spawn Peak about half health, almost exactly half health pretty much actually. Ooh, Toxic Cookies picks up picks up a bullet to the head. That is all he picks up and goes down by Onyu, picking up his 2nd kill of the round. Frost definitely working out well for him regardless of the traps. I mean, he's just killing people with a gun, not a favorable gun for many people, but I mean, it's still working out. Demento going for a nade there, isn't going to find anything. Spawn Peak in a tough angle here, just kind of hoping that somebody will peek into him. Demento doing the same thing so far. Cannot find this wall bang, and Godseaser going to peek right into Demento's sight, but Demento cannot finish off the kill. Own inside of the cubby, not going to challenge at all, does not want to lose this round at all. Playing as safely as possible. Going to start getting challenged from yellow stairs probably.
15 seconds left.
Coming up the yellow stairs, does see Godseaser, takes him down. First kill.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go. He does only, yeah, does have the diffuser, but I mean, maybe looking to save his KD here. Almost finds the kill onto Assassin, and Assassin with his 50 bullet pre-fire through a destructible chair. I mean, there's not really much to do in that situation as the attacker Demento. He just got taken down. Round continuing, 1-1, just like on Border, rounds trading pretty much evenly back and forth, and it is I mean, both teams playing very well on this map. See everything real
Attackers
quick.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
We are seeing another top floor here. Backyardigans team strength. Previously winning on the basement for their basement
Attackers have located a bomb.
defense. They have to go top floor now, or lobby, but however, lobby isn't really something that I expect from strength. Overdose is a bit of an unknown. I haven't had a chance to watch any VODs or review how they play, but strength, they played this map last time I casted North American Major League, and
10 seconds left.
they played this map well without going lobby a single
5
time.
seconds
I
left.
seem to have gotten disconnected here. Nope, never mind, I did not
Attackers
disconnect.
recovered the diffuser.
That's something that happened during Major League yesterday for EU, which is annoying. because I don't know. It basically has to do with my internet setup. Either I have to have good enough internet to be able to host the game, or I have to have good enough internet to be able to stream the game, and whichever one I don't is going to suffer. And since I'm having an issue with the internet hosting the game, it's a bit of problems. But regardless. So Backyardigans is just playing inside of the CO console office, hanging out.
Tossing EMP grenade.
Apologies, I keep getting distracted here. I'm gonna just worry about the fact that Sway just killed Backyardigans. Got a nice kill there. Entry fragging with the Buck, picking up the first kill of the round, catching the Bandit off guard in the middle of his rotation. And less than half the round, or just about half the round to go. Gonna throw a second drone in here. It's not gonna get taken down as quickly. Nice drone throw, to be honest. That went right through the crack that he needed to. Gonna pee down to Toxic Cookies. Tries to pre-fire the ping, but Toxic Cookies is smart enough to have relocated after that was spotted out. Eon Spin picks up a second kill for the round. 5 versus 3 here in favor of Overdose once again. We do see Toxic Cookies jumping out, but unfortunately he does not pre-aim the right angle. It's now 5v2. The aggression not paying off from that time. Almost could have brought it back closer into their favor. That is a very important kill for the Buck there to have won. The L-Mine does go off, and Demento is watching out for where it is. Does take down Own. That is a very important down for him to get. Spawn Peak being another kill. Sees Own down there. The connector has been repelled into, and it doesn't look like Spawn Peak knows. He does pick up a headshot, however, onto Assassin on the repel. 2 versus 2 here, if you don't count the player that is down, however. Ooh, he does pick that headshot as well. Spawn Peak getting another kill. Demento very low on health. Is he going to win this engagement with Spin? No, he is not. It's now 1 versus 1 virtually. As one of the players has been down. He can hear him crawling around. Sees that there is somebody there. Sees him cross back across. Doesn't know that he is in. Oh, he does know that he's inside the site. There's probably some way of them knowing. He knows it's a 1v1. Goes to the C4. However, he does not hit anything. He's going to get pressured here, but is pre-aiming the angle and gets the headshot onto Spin. Incredible clutch there. 2 versus 5. That was Spawn Peak and Demento going huge, getting their team the second round of this map. That is absolutely massive for them to be able to win this. And, I mean... yeah, we'll play to them. So, we're seeing yet again 1-2 close round count. Second 2v5 we've seen of the day, I believe. I was talking on Border about how it's so hard for these teams to be able to worry about these clutches, but or to be able to do anything about these clutches, rather. But a clutch has happened, and there was one previously as well, so it's not impossible. We're seeing Overdose go onto the basement. Consulate, their less preferred site, they did go top floor last time. This is possibly going to be something that's hard for them. Going to be reinforcing these hatches over here. Going to cause some delay in the attackers. Reinforcing here. We are reinforcing all the hatches. One thing, this is one thing that I've always found interesting about this map. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reinforcements, if I counted them correctly. And I believe I did. 6 reinforcements to carry this entire top floor. You don't really need many reinforcements downstairs. I mean, if we look, you have 1 on the middle panel there, so that's 7. And you have 3 across here. That puts you at 10. You don't really need a ton of reinforcements downstairs, but I'm just curious, why reinforce all these top hatches? I mean, this is obviously something that is tried and true, that definitely works out for these teams. It's probably to do with the fact that in high-level competitive play, it's just standard kind of for teams to push the entire map rather than just onto the bomb site. Something that you usually see in ranked is just aggression on right into the bomb site. But when you're taking from the top down, like you see Toxic Cookies here rappelling on this window, right? And you see Spawn Peak making his way into the bathroom. It's just a product of how long it takes to actually drone everything. It makes it hard to be able to. It makes it hard to be able to actually win engagements if you don't have everything droned out and if you don't have a lot of map control. And due to having to take a lot of map control, it takes a lot of time. And because it takes a lot of time, Hibaning those hatches last minute, or even worse if your Hibana is dead and you have to thermite hatches last minute, say there's 30-40 seconds left of the round and you want to be pushing down onto site, you need to get rid of those reinforced hatches, and it could be a bit of an issue. However, we see Swagan spotted out here, but Sokka sees him on his drone and is ready for that kill, the Echo drone, causing a bit of unjust aggression, and Demento picks up the second kill, allowing them to be ahead of 3 versus 5 here. Or 5 versus 3, rather. Demento very low on health, but did win his engagement, so it doesn't really seem to matter taking the Jaeger down. Not a huge operator utility-wise, but it is a huge operator gun skill-wise, and especially Assassin, who played incredibly well in the last map. Not quite picking up quite yet, but we're only 3 rounds, and he could definitely change that, as I predict this is a map that will probably go towards 10 rounds at least. Or, well, not at least, but probably towards 10 rounds. At least in the up... Or at least close to 10. I wouldn't be surprised. So, Spawn Pig going to be bucking open this floor here, watching the back of the white van. Bana picked up a kill. Sokka. Oh, actually, that was Echo picking up a kill 2 versus 4. And Hibana picks up a refrag. Eon Spin gets a nice double kill there, 1 versus 4, and unfortunately cannot finish off the shots on the Spawn Peak. Unfortunately, I took a bit too long to swap onto him there, as there was too much happening at the same time. I was trying to figure out what was happening in the kill feed. That did look like a headshot there, unfortunately. Probably just hit a shoulder or something. And he did finally pick up the kill at the end there. But that was a very close 1v4 loss, and we'll see how they do. I mean, like I said, it's a 3-1 here in Strength's favor. This is obviously, or I mean, very probably their map pick. As we saw them playing this map last week, we see them playing it again this week. Or well, not last week, but last play day, I guess rather. We see them playing it again here, and it's probably a map that they're fairly comfortable with. Obviously, Overdose in the grand finals aren't going to let a map like this through the ban phase without doing the research, especially when there is a VOD from this other semi-final, which is fairly recent and on this map. So it's possible that Overdose thought they had something prepared here, but that Strength are just catching them off guard. But I mean, like I said, this is a map that Strength are playing very well on. The rounds are coming down pretty close, but we'll see if Overdose are able to start bringing stuff back.
10 seconds to insertion.
Apologies.
5 seconds left. Attackers recover the diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Round starting off here. Attackers spawning at this gas station. Pretty spread out, actually. There are 2, possibly 3 attackers. I mean, obviously, they're mostly on drones for now, but they're spawning on the opposite side of the map. Going for a bit of a split push here, north to south, rather than the standard west to east or east to west, which we normally see on this map. I mean, we do see a bit of a split pressure, kind of trying to take the building from every side imaginable. We'll see Demento picking up an early kill. They're 30 seconds into the round, taking down God Caesar. That's a Thatcher off the board. Somebody's so vital in the current meta of the game. Toxic Cookie's picking up a second kill of the round. However, he gets immediately refragged by Assassin. Assassin knows for a fact that he has to worry about somebody upstairs, as Demento did pick up an early kill from there. They're at the man disadvantage still, but Assassin picking up that kill. I mean, honestly, a 5 versus 3, the kill that happens, or whichever team the kill goes into favor of in a 5 versus 3, is the team that is most likely to win. Or is a team that needs to... You need to get that kill to regain your chance to win the round. If it's a 5 versus 3 and the team that has 5 gets a kill, it's a 5 versus 2, virtually winning them that round. If the team that has 3 people want a chance to win, they basically have to get that kill. And Assassin's Slate showed that by getting that kill, throwing a flashbang in, going here for a second kill, takes him down. It's 3 versus 3 now. 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1 as Spawn Peek and Sokka pick up a kill each. And Thermite the last one outside. Sokka. I mean, kind of wanted to bandage right there after that high of getting a kill, but not going to go for it. And Own is up to a 1 versus 3. I mean, it was looking good for the comeback from Overdose, but it is honestly looking like they might go down 4-1 here, which is bad for them on a map like this. But, I mean, we'll see how the last map goes, but this one is going to be interesting. This for a pre-fire. Cannot quite find any heads, or anything for that matter. Gonna go for the pistol kill. Cannot quite find Sokka's feet. Sokka probably gonna go for an aggressive peek here. This mirror window is still up. First pistol kill does come out. Own. Picking up 1 kill. Goes for the second pistol kill. Drop shotting with the pistol on Sokka. He is not reloading on his primer for some reason.
15 seconds left.
And Own tries to push in. Sokka Punta. Ready. Holding the angle. Gets the kill. Incredibly, I mean, strong map so far from strength 4 to 1 here. Bringing it ever closer to that console, or that coastline rather, sorry. That is the 3rd map here, coastline. Which is something strength really want to see. For 1. Console office and meeting is what Overdose have to defend here. Something that they have previously won, of course. This is what they have to do to be able to win this round. This is the first round, or the first site that they went to, and it is the round that they won. But we're going to see if they can continue to win rounds and possibly bring this back. I mean, I got to say, anything other than attacking this top 4, Strength has been incredibly strong at doing. And when they do attack this top 4, I mean, Overdose haven't been playing as, or when they haven't been attacking this top 4, Overdose have been struggling to win rounds.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Ready for company.
Bomb located by attackers.
Drone's ready.
Sway. Watching out here. Seeing somebody trying to drone him out. I don't know if he did get spotted, however. Seeing 3 people here outside on this Repel Backyardigans. On that Ying, we're seeing a glass as well as flashbangs from the Ash there. Ready to make this site more approachable and attackable. They are looking to probably go for an aggressive plant here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do. However, we do see 2 people get lit up. Eon spin takes down one of them. Sway picks up another. As Toxic Cookies and Demento going down very early on. Sakapunta tries to bring it back into their favor by picking up a refrag there. However, it's still a 4v3. Assassin very ready to jump out that window. However, he doesn't know that Sokka is watching him from below. We'll see if Assassin wants to go for it. He definitely is interested in trying to get this kill. Wanting to play aggressive. Maybe asks the dead player if he should do it or not. Pinging that wall. He knows that there is somebody down there. Sokka gonna go off the angle. Assassin has a chance to jump out here. I'm so curious if he's gonna do it or not.
Surveying for hostiles.
Sway not pulsing for him.
Giving them a shot.
And Assassin is gonna opt not to.
Smoke grenade.
Smoke grenade comes in. Backyardigans wanting to make it easier for this Gladys to challenge some angles here. Ooh, unfortunately for Spawn Peak, unable to hit the shots on a Caesar. Caesar gonna just barely peek around the corner. He sees the hand and hits the hand once, but unfortunately with Glaz's damage nerf, it's not gonna do much. I mean, it's still down to about half health. It was a strong shot, but not one that's going to end this game. And we are seeing, by the way, we are seeing a Frost come out for the second round in a row. Something that's a bit funny, but it worked out for them well last time, eh? So, I mean, might as well bring it twice. Might as well. Sokka getting taken down here. Backyardigans ready for either the refag or the revive. Watching out below him. Oh, unfortunately for Sokka, crawling right into Caesar's Legion trap. Once again, showing the strength of this trap meta. We are seeing the pulse down below here. Going for this pre-fire. Cannot quite find the shots on the Backyardigans. Goes for a second shot, and Backyardigans comes out on top with his low fire rate gun, but Owen picks up one kill, and Assassin picks up the other one. Putting them back slightly into their favor. It is 4-2 here. And they definitely want to win this. I mean, the kills definitely all coming out when they needed to, and they did win the round. So, match point 4-2, still not a hard map to win for strength. All they need is one more round in the bag, and they've won everything except for their attack on the CO and meeting room. We'll see if they can do it now.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So, Backyardians going for this barbed wire. Doesn't want anybody repelling or jumping in those windows too quickly. They could repel in as well, I guess. Sokka throwing that impact nade. I mean, this something that's kind of bothering me here. This reinforcement has been vital to Overdose's defense twice in a row. The Legion playing safely behind there has won them 2 rounds single-handedly, pretty much, just from all the pressure he has applied. The Legion on Overdose's team. And
attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I mean, something that could just be denied from repelling on this window here. Obviously, it could be castled, but you can punch that, you can breach charge it, you can ash it. And, I mean, it's not that hard to do. A bit of overconfidence striking Demento here as he peeks outside aggressively and gets taken down for it. Making this round so much easier to win and making this comeback so much more possible and doable for Overdose. Assassin drones himself inside. Gonna push in here, probably. Spin droning out at a spiral staircase outside the lobby, shooting at that default camera. I'm gonna start repelling up to this B window here. Our Backyardigans. A minute into the round, picks up a refrag for his teammate that fell a bit too early. Demento going down, but not in vain, as Sway, who is currently doing very well for his team. I mean, we have 5-5-4-4-5. Almost all the players going negative except for Assassin and Own. But regardless, I mean, very even kill spread here. Toxic not doing amazingly so far for his team, and Backyard could possibly pick it up a bit as well. I mean, they played well in the previous map. I'm not going to take away from that. But, ooh, Backyard picks up another kill there and makes it 4 versus 2. I'm just saying, Overdose, they're all pulling their weight, but unfortunately for them, they weigh more than they can all pull together. And they are 4 versus 1 is match point for strength, wanting to win this 4-1 here. This is going to be huge for Owen if he can come back and win this round. He's going to go for the rappel onto the yellow stairs. The death rappel, as I like to call it, as, I mean, death is basically the only option once you hold that X button down for too long. He's going to go for it. Sokka right below him. Going to show him to his face why it is called the death rappel. And the round ends there. The map as well. 1-1 in the map count. We are going to coastline, everybody. This is the last round of Consulate, and we will see how it goes for Team Strength and Team Overdose GG on Coastline. Stay tuned for just a couple minutes. I will see and make sure that all the teams are ready. I'll just put up a quick intermission screen and some spicy tunes that I've not chosen myself, by the way, so do not complain about the music because I have no control over it. But spicy tunes for you guys to listen to while we prepare for the next map. So hello everybody and welcome back to, I forgot to change the overlay, give me a second, I will change it to 1-1, which is the map score. Of the first two maps, we did see Border and Consulate going into Overdose and Strength's favor, respectively. So, I'll just quickly change the overlay. There we are. It is 1-1 in the map count, and 1-1 in their opportunities to win this $2,500 grand prize for the Major League this season. The entire season on PS4 leading up to this map right here, Coastline. Not the most favorite map for most players. Both these teams feeling confident enough to leave it in the map pool. And we'll see who can come out on top and who can win this map.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Reloading.
10 seconds left.
So,
5 seconds left.
round, starting out kitchen defense first round here. Seeing these 7 walls here being reinforced.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Curious where the rest of the reinforcements are. They holding upstairs? Doesn't really seem like it. Don't see any reinforcements anywhere on the map. Oh, we are seeing these reinforcements being put down here. Backyardigans and Assassins trading out very early in the round. I unfortunately missed that early round engagement. I should be watching for spawn peaks a bit more, as the teams have been pretty aggressive here. Backyardigans going for a run out. Takes down the Blackbeard of all people. The Valkyrie, who, I mean, has already put down all her camps. She is dead weight, to be honest, at that point, other than getting kills, which she managed to do. She traded herself back, and then
Bomb located by
also got out all her cams. It's not an issue. Demento picks up that drone kill. They're trying to assess this attack, trying to figure out how to address it exactly. Caesar's just on this rappel. He's watching the south hallway. Kitchen window getting opened up. Owen wanting to put some more pressure on the attackers. Default camera getting shot out. Assassin watching the run out. Sway going to still be droning, and Caesar picks up a kill onto the south hallway there. Onto the Ella. That's Demento going down. Claymore going down as well. Pushing in the lobby. Toxic picks up 1 kill. Refrag onto Sway. He is watching. No, that was spawn peak, not Toxic. Toxic at the top of the main stairs. Watching this angle. Trying to peek downstairs. Here's somebody doesn't quite know where. Assassin, if he just used his ability here, he would have a golden opportunity for this. Ooh, unfortunately, Godseason gets taken down at the top of the main stairs, and right as he gets taken down, unfortunately for Assassin, unable to refrag as he just drops as the shots get traded. Owen going for some Habanas.
Clear.
Opening up some angles here, and they have 40 seconds left to start addressing this defense. Sees the booty of Sokka. However, Sokka's going to rotate right off that angle and not going to be phased by that. Spawn peak really wanting this ACOG angle. Slay. Ooh, Toxic trading some shots with Slay here. Finds the headshot. Toxic in the 3-on-1. He does not have eyes on Diffuser quite yet, probably, but the Habana's upstairs. Going to drop down through the hatch. Sees the Claymore. Maybe gets a bit spooked by it, but it is his own teams. Does see Sokka, and unfortunately with the Hollow Sight, cannot challenge Sokka too much. But it doesn't even matter, as Toxic picks up the final kill of the round. Winning round number 1 on the 3rd map of the series for strength. This is huge for them. You gotta imagine they're all looking to have an opportunity to win this map. Probably some hype going on in the comms of strength at the moment. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they are excited to win that first round, as there's only 4 more rounds for them to that $2,500 cash prize. It's less than half of that if they end up going to second place, which is $1,250 divided by 5, mind you, which is, I mean, this is still a decent amount, but that's $250 per player compared to $500 per player. I think my math's right. Somebody so apologies if my math is wrong, but pretty sure it's half the amount of money, $250 versus $500 per player. I mean, I don't know if money is their primary motivator, but I gotta imagine it's probably an important one. And both teams here, of course, looking to win their map.
5 seconds to insertion.
Something that we'll see if they are able to do. We'll see if Overdose maybe have some pocket strats on this map here, trying to bring it back. Maybe something that Strength have never seen before. We'll see if that's something that happens. Godseas are opening up this impact nade hole here. I'm a bit curious as to what this is for. One idea of what this could be for is if this wall starts getting thermited, it's a possibility that they could just kind of peek up from below here and try and shoot the thermite. However, the impact nade hole isn't really wide enough to see the entire wall. I'm not quite sure of the purpose, but I mean, it was obviously a purposeful impact nade. they're trying to do with this outside Valkyrie camp here. Watching some good angles, sees Demento rappel right up to the roof. Obviously not a ton of important information for the defenders to know at this moment, but still, could be a big deal later on in the round. Not the specific information that Demento went up to the roof, but he sees Spawn Peak also going up to the roof, starts pinging people. Maybe a bit of a mistake, but I mean, not necessarily. They do know that there's an outside Valkyrie cam, but it's not in the most obvious spot that you would ever check. We'll see though. Spawn Peak upstairs, shooting some bullets down. Gonna reload his primary after he uses his deagle to run away. See Demento wanting to maybe jump down this hatch here. Backyardigans on his drone. On that sledge, interesting to see he's not on that thermite, but I mean, every single operator here is a fragger in some capacity. Obviously, Hibana, the closest you could call support here, and with the Type 89 and Bearing 9, I mean, you can't really say that either of those are not fragging guns. However, the frag does not come out, and Toxic has to pick up the refrag as Sokka gets taken down by the Pulse. Hearing Valkyrie trading some shots here, as well as Godseeds are picking up a nice... Was that a wallbang? Oh, no, he shot somebody above the hatch. That is Backyardigans going down to an unfortunate angle that he was not expecting to be challenged from. The Blackbeard outside here, not getting hit by the impact nade. Gonna have an opportunity, but misses it to hit the shots, and it's now 4 versus 2 as Assassin picks up a kill onto Toxic. He gets taken down. The Blackbeard on the rappel, unfortunately, gets taken down by Godseeds as well. Hard angle to challenge a Blackbeard on, but he does get it, and Assassin runs in there with a deagle, and Juan digs him right in the face. Winning the round there. Incredible deagle skills. Almost mashing that of some players I know, but winning the round nonetheless for his team, and it is 1-1. And the map count is also, coincidentally, 1-1. Only potential 4 more rounds to go. Up to 9 more rounds, depending on how the round count goes. I gotta say, though, Consulate was 1-1 after the first 2 rounds, and then from there on out, it kind of just went into Strength's favor. Of course, Overdose did win 1 more round after being put into the same objective on the same side that they won the first time, but they could, unfortunately for them, not win the map, start the comeback, as they just could not attack the top floor as effectively as they could hold it. But I don't think this map is going to be as one-sided as we did see on Consulate. Apologies. We'll see.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Sokka making his way downstairs, running around.
New camera feed up and running. Reloading. Blast. Going live.
Sokka just holding his angle, not really holding any angles, just holding his sight, or his hallway down, I guess. Opening up one Hibana hole there, but it's not going to be enough to get through. And Demento puts down a battery to try and cover the angle. They don't have a Blackbeard here. Spin. Goes for a Twitch drone onto the Valkyrie. See if he does get one ADS there. Goes for another shock onto Backyardigans. Just gets his drone immediately taken out. Some NA Twitch droning happening here. Fortunate to lose both his drones that early on. Assassin just watching out, seeing if there's any Valkyrie cameras. Doesn't want to get challenged by anything he doesn't know about quite yet. Goes for a nade, as the ADS had been cleared by the Twitch drone earlier. Goes for a second nade behind the bed. Unfortunately for him, he does not know that Backyardigans is rotated to his right side. Backyardigans left, the north side of the room in this west corner, watching out, or hiding from the nades. Doesn't get killed by them. Does hear the buzzing from the batteries, though, as the wall behind him is electrified. Not going to allow for the Hibana to open up that wall. However, Hibana will be opening something. She is trying to
Knock, knock.
open one of the walls, but not going to be the one right next to Backyardigans. He's going to rotate out of there. Nobody to challenge him, however, from Overdose. Owen does not see the head of Backyardigans. He does go for the second peek, but Backyardigans unaware that somebody was going to be peeked at, and does get taken down. Going to go in for the plant here. We're seeing this pulse play from below. Will he be able to deny the plant? He does not hear the plant going down. And unfortunately for Saka, he will not have the necessary drone or pulse play that will cause him to deny this plant. Goes for a C4, but unfortunately for him, once again, does not know that that floor is indestructible. And another kill comes out from Spin. Going to make his way right through the site here. And this is going to be a hard retake. Spawn Peak tries his best by taking down one kill. It's a 2 versus 4 here. Tries to go for the second shot. Unfortunately, cannot nail the shot onto the head of God Caesar. And it's a 4-on-1 here for Saka, who unfortunately does not have his C4 left after wasting it on a concrete floor. Goes up for this peek on a spin. Hits one shot. Gets the first kill there. He sees Sway's head in the distance, but unfortunately his ACOG is gonna end up getting, or it's not even an ACOG, it's just a holo sight, but he's gonna get outgunned by the rifle at that distance regardless, especially against an up. And he does lose the engagement, putting this at 2-1 to Overdose.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Another round starting out here is round number 4. Seeing another Legion coming out. God Caesar. This kitchen defense is going to be something that they're going to have to work on. As this was what they previously lost, I believe. I'm not 100. Or actually, no. It was Strength who won their kitchen defense on the first round, as they are the orange team. That is how rounds work.
Seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
God Caesar upstairs. Turn around.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Gets a drone taken out there. Opens up this hatch. Gonna go for a spawn peek. Sees if he can see spawn peek. Ironically enough, spawn peek though, the player, not gonna get himself taken out too early, but he does get taken out about 15 seconds into the round rather than 4. And the Ying will be down. That is a massive amount of utility this early in the round. And this is going to be huge for Overdose if they can clutch out this, or not clutch out this round, but if they can continue on with this round. Something that, I mean, honestly, at this point, it's up to Strength to have to clutch this round out. I mean, a 4v5 isn't that hard to win, but losing your Ying that early on, you don't have any other flash grenades on your team unless you have a crazy Sledge. No, he does indeed have frag grenades. Honestly, the Sledge at this point could probably run flash grenades if they need the utility, but they probably counted on the Ying not getting spawn peak. Demento picking up a kill there. Refrag onto Eons. Spin. I don't know if I should call him Eons or Spin. I'm just going to call him Spin. Regardless, though. Toxic going for some peeks in this kitchen window. Demento waiting for a refrag, but is not going to get challenged quite yet. Backyardigans going for a drone. Sway holding this long angle across the courtyard into the VIP lounge. Saka droning out, watching the blue bar, doesn't want to get unnecessarily taken down, and God Caesar comes around the corner, pre-firing the head level. Not exactly pre-firing, of course, but takes down Saka and or takes down Toxic, and Saka gets refragged onto as well. Not really a refrag, as he is the first one to go down. Backyardigans picks up a refrag, however, and is now a 2 versus 3, 2 versus 4 until Backyardigans stepped up, got 1 kill. But it is up to Demento as well to start getting something, unless Backyardigans is huge and Demento does go down 1 versus 3. Backyardigans rotating into the Sunrise bar. Sunrise Lounge? Sunrise... Oh, it's just called pool entrance right now. Backyardigans watching the kill hole. It's going to get challenged from the left side. And Assassin getting 2 or 3 kills that round. Going to put his team up 3-1 on a map to win the Major League Grand Finals for PS4 on North America. Spin going blitz here. Bringing out the big guns.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So, kitchen defense here. Strength. This is the one round that they won, was defending this kitchen. From memory, I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, I am actually pretty sure because it was a 2v4. They were in lobby. They tried to push in, but it just wasn't good enough for them. And Toxic picked up a double kill, if I recall correctly, on that Jaeger, which he once again is playing. 3-1. This is the same position that Overdose was in 4 rounds into Consulate. We'll see if Chalet can play out the same way. If it does in Overdose's favor, this will be big for them, winning their 3rd Major League season in a row. If I'm wrong about them winning the previous Major League seasons, please somebody in chat correct me about that, but that's what I have been told, is that they've won 2 Major League seasons so far. If they win this, this will be the 3rd in a row. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but I mean, if you don't fix it, then Strength will hopefully for them be able to start taking advantage of it. Gonna get challenged through the drone hole. Going for the C4. Can he take down Sway? Does not quite hit him, and Sway is almost on full health. So we are seeing this blitz still from Spin with that nice black ice camo on the P12. He's gonna sprint around with his blitz shield fully extended, as seen in the TTS, and is now added into the game. Hibana charge is gonna come out. Not quite yet, as the Thatcher needs to rotate around fast enough to get rid of the batteries on that wall. Demento challenging here from the courtyard inside the lobby, getting droned out. This is going to be a hard challenge for him. However, he gets a free entry just right into the south hallway, but he's going to go for some more aggressive peeks. He does see the sledgehammer come out, trying to take out that barbed wire. Backyardigans picks up a refrag as well, or not a refrag, but a second kill, as he comes running outside of the door there. Incredible camera placement from Backyardigans, allowing him to challenge basically everything outside here and outside the front door. You'll see basically where everybody is, and we are seeing an attacker here, Owen, running right into the main lobby. Good wallbang Backyardigans here. If he just pre-fires right down. However, you see Sokka instead and goes for the shots onto him. However, he cannot quite find the bullets that he needs to. Caesar gonna go for the Thatcher grenade. It does not. Owen gonna open this wall here, but another kill comes out from Demento. I mean, Kitchen, obviously a site that Strength are incredibly, as their name would suggest, strong at. 5 versus 1, 4 versus 1. I mean, if you take into account the player that is down, but it doesn't matter. As Toxic Cookies once again drops down the courtyard and gets the final kill of the round, winning them Kitchen and bring some faith back into their team, hopefully, for them to be able to bring this map on. They could still win this 5-3, but I mean, at this point, you got to be betting for Strength to just take it to overtime, if it's your team. So, we're seeing another round start off, and it is the 6th of the map. Strength fighting for their opportunity to keep this out of overtime. Of course, Overdose wanting to take themselves to match point as soon as humanly possible. All they need is one more round and they will be there. I mean, hopefully for them, they will win this map, or this round. And I mean, they can taste the prize of being 3-time Major League champions. And I mean, they're hoping that they can win this round, bring it to match point, and then hopefully for them, of course, win the next round. We'll see, though, if Strength has something to say about it. Slay, doing a nice spin there. Go for this default camera. Or what, default camera? Valkyrie camera?
Defender has left the designated staging area.
He is going to be watching this Valkyrie camera. Watching out. Assassin. Stairs. Backyardian's just going to be drawing stuff out. Still.
A bomb has been located.
Demento. Watching out.
Mag change.
Phone activated.
So, we're seeing, like, once again, another top 4 defense here. Something that Overdose did previously win there. I mean, they're definitely looking to finish this off. And, they want to just win out this round as soon as possible. Something that they have been fairly solid at. Winning this particular bomb site is something that they've won previously, and they've won their attack on it as well, if I recall correctly. I'm not 100% sure, however. Demento going to be droning out, watching these around their backyard again, getting ready to push in. Toxic is going to make the first move. Jumps in through the window. Caesar inside the bathroom, not possibly going to get droned out, however. Toxic almost picking up the kill there. C4 comes out, second C4. Double C4 kill here brings us into a 5 versus 3. Demento picks up a refrag, however, and God Caesar picks up another one. This is 4 versus 2 now. Demento watching out. God Caesar gonna rotate away. Doesn't want to challenge anything unnecessarily. Demento watching out still, just holding his angle. Doesn't want to play too aggressively. Definitely does not want to die this early. Still a minute left here, and they have to worry about getting 2 kills each. I mean, one person could just go big and get a 4K, but that is not likely to happen in a match like this. Demento maybe looking to get a reset here as he has at 2% of health, most likely. Spawn Peak throwing some Thatcher grenades and gonna go for this diffuser. Goes for it. Assassin playing on his left side. He does not quite know that there's somebody there. Almost gets challenged, and Demento unable to get his reset. Gets taken down by Sway. 1 versus 3 here. Goes for the first shot. Gets the first shot onto the Valkyrie. 1 versus 2. This is way more doable for him. God Caesar holding his angle. You see Sway shooting onto that doorway. They don't know where Spawn Peak is. It is a Thatcher. Not the easiest operator to get a 1v2 with. However, Sway loses his gunfight. Spawn Peak in a 1v1 now. Is he able to clutch out this 1v3 in the Major League Finals to bring them, keep them away from going to overtime? Gets the last headshot and takes down God Caesar, putting them at 3-3. Massive round here from Spawn Peak. Winning that, I mean, is massive for Strength right now. It is everything they needed to put some wind back in their sails after losing that site previously and being down 3-2. If they lost that right there, if Spawn Peak lost any of those 3 engagements, there would be match point against them for the entire season point. But he clutches it out. He clutches it out, and it's a 3 versus 3, or 3-2-3 rather. Incredible round from Spawn Peak in particular on that Thatcher getting a 1 versus 3. Incredible round. And we'll see how it goes on in the round here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Trying to bring it into overtime, or I mean, obviously, neither of these teams wanting to take it into overtime at this point. They both are at 3 points, meaning that any 2 teams, or any team that wins two rounds in a row right now, is automatically going to win this map. If either team can do that, they win this map and the entire season of Major League. However, you gotta imagine both teams are probably pretty ready for overtime at this point, as the matchup has been so close. The only fairly one-sided map has been Consulate. But even then, I mean, the rounds were fairly close. Strength showing some incredible skill on that map, of course. But, I mean, Consulate doesn't even matter when you have a third map that's as close as this. Incredible 1v3. I'm just feeling the buzz of that, and you gotta imagine his entire team is probably just excited and ready to start picking up the kills here. Ready to start bringing this back. Deagle holes coming out.
Drone's ready.
Feed up and running.
Wanting to hold off here. Making some kill holes. Doesn't want anything to get... I mean, wants to be able to win any challenges using some
Hostile. Second
unexpected kill holes from the enemy team. Going for some more Deagle holes here. Demento goes for a pre-fire. Unfortunately for him, cannot quite find the shots on the God Caesar. And once again, the Thatcher coming out on top of another engagement. And Slay picking up another kill. It is a 5 versus 3. Same exact situation as on the previous round. Of course, we did see that go into the favor of Strength, but I can't imagine that that's something that's going to happen again. Assassin Slay, bottom of the main stairs here. First kill in favor of Strength comes out from Spawn Peak. As he does win in his engagement. It's a 3-3. He's going to make his way through here. Toxic Cookies does see this Hibana. He knows she's repelling. Is he going to go for the peak? However, I mean, it doesn't even matter as the Hibana's up on the roof now, shooting down these Hibana charges. But Toxic Cookies does not hear a repel up to the roof and doesn't worry about it. Backyardigans sees the Twitch run, takes it down. It's Valkyrie, Bandit, and Jaeger, 3 incredibly strong gunfighting operators. Of course, Valkyrie not having the best damage on her gun, but she can hit the headshots when she needs to. 2 speed, and she does not have a C4 and loses the long-range engagement against that hollow sight of the Thatcher. Thatcher almost picking up a second wallbang there would be the 3rd kill of the round. God Caesar, however, almost gets taken down, and Toxic Cookies is in a 1v4 as somebody takes down a kill from the window. Toxic Cookies picking up the first kill. Can they get another clutch as impressive as last round? They cannot, as God Caesar peeks through some tiny little bullet holes there and sees enough to win his gunfight and take his team to match point, series point, and season point.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Bombs wire set. Speed up. Set bomb wire. Position device.
4-3 match point in favor of Overdose. You gotta imagine they're probably pretty excited about this. They're going back onto the penthouse, something that has been decidedly in their favor, even though it is something that they lost last time. It was a incredible clutch from Spawn Peak, and I mean, Overdose probably feeling confident with the site. It is a map, or it is a site that they have been very good at so far, and I mean, they want to just bring this home as soon as possible. They do not want to go to overtime. We just see Backyardigans on that Ash and Sakapunta going out to Thermite. We see Backyardigans at 3, Saka at 1. I mean, they definitely aren't feeling their operators at the moment. Switching it up, maybe not a great idea. It's such a pivotal round. But honestly, at this point, if they can shut down God Caesar, they got an easy win here as he has 10 kills on this map in only 8 rounds. I'm being hyperbolic, of course. I mean, the rest of his team doing very well, even the one with 1 and 2 kills. Own and Sway, of course, not doing the best fragging-wise, but of course, playing support operators doesn't always lend itself to getting kills. And even if they aren't playing support operators, I mean, players just have bad games, and they can help out in other ways than getting kills. Not gonna bash anybody here for not getting as many kills as God Caesar, but I just want to say he is playing very well here. If he does get shut down early, that we could be looking at overtime here. However, alright, Guardians droning for Toxic Cookies. Toxic as well droning. Gonna take down this Valkyrie camera here. You hear a laser trap going off there. Toxic going to run in here. Play it pretty aggressively. Saka going for his thermite charge. Will they be able to get this plant down, or will Eons, who is so very ready to deny the plant with his C4, be ready to do it? Is the plant going down? No, never mind. Sokka is outside. Aren't taking any downstairs control. They're not even worrying about this pulse down here. However, they are worrying about Assassin, who is inside, lighting up their teammates one by one. Getting lit up quite a bit and gets taken down. First kill of the round goes to Spawn Peak. However, he gets immediately refragged by Caesar. Two of the strongest players on either team here. Going down this early. Ooh, Sokka getting lit up through the wall. Fortunately for him, he does not die. Backyardigans picks up a kill. Refrag onto Toxic Cookies from Own. Demento almost picking up a kill onto Caesar, and it's a 3 versus 3 here. Health advantage in favor, as well as man advantage in favor of Strength. However, the refrag comes out. Backyardigans takes down one kill. It gets another one takes down, and Demento picks up a kill, bring them into overtime as the Claymore from Spawn Peak takes down Own. Unfortunately, Own jumping right into a Claymore, and it is 4-4. Overtime on the final map of the season. I don't know if the game for third place has been played yet, but it doesn't even matter. This is, so to speak, the final round of the season, and I mean just the most pivotal that it could possibly be. We will see how these next 2 to 3 rounds play out, as they will decide the fate of the cash prize, as well as just the, I mean, fame and glory of being victor of Major League. I mean, it's either 3-time Major League champion here, or it's the team that beat the 2-time Major League champion, which, I mean, either one is incredibly valuable. And I gotta say, it's going to be huge glory for either team that wins this. They're both looking to do it as much or as soon as possible.
Left before insertion.
Sokka getting ready with his smoke shotgun. By the way, I want to mention Backyardigans. I believe he had 3 kills. He was 3 and 6 at the beginning of the last round. He's now 5 and 7. Him going on to Ash, even though he was playing negative, he was doing slightly better in kill count than Sokka. Of course, Sokka playing smoke, not an operative meant for killing, but rather meant for delaying the attackers. But I'm just gonna say, Backyardigans putting himself on Ash, definitely a smart move from him, as I believe he's the IGL. He is the one I've been doing all the contact with in terms of his team. So I would imagine he's the IGL if he's also the one in charge of setting up the match for his team. And well played by him, getting a double kill last round, bringing them into overtime. But that is irrelevant, as we are on to another kitchen defense. Something that Strength have won twice in a row, showing themselves to be really strong here. However, both times they have had early kills. And this time, I mean, we're a minute into the round, it's still 5 versus 5. Not that that's something bad, but it's just Backyardigans going for those aggressive Valcam peaks. And God, Caesar almost getting himself taken out, but fortunately for him, he gets the first shots on the Spawn Peak, and Spawn Peak overexposing himself there, almost seeing Caesar's head, but just barely losing that engagement. It's gotta hurt to lose your man advantage that quickly, especially to Caesar, who, I mean, he's playing Thatcher and Legion and is dropping 12 kills after 8 rounds. Well, 8.5 rounds. But regardless, Owen gonna make his way into the blue bar here. Probably drones on their flanks, I would imagine. Owen hitting this bar some pre-fire coming out. Assassin, or God rather, Caesar, trying to find his wall bank, but does not see anything. Backyardigans just peeking aggressively outside. Toxic Cookie's still playing above this courtyard, as he has commonly done for this match. Demento on Ella. Thatcher when he comes out. Hibana charges as well. Sokka just trying to, I don't know, probably feeling the pressure of picking it up. I mean, his team is probably, I mean, I don't want to belittle Sokka. He has done well on the previous maps, but it's gotta hurt being in such a pivotal round for the Major League and not doing your best. It's 5 versus 3 here. Sokka, Toxic, and Demento have to pick it up here. However, Demento gets taken down. Sokka as well. And Owen picks up the final kill onto Toxic Cookies, once again putting Overdose GG onto match point for Major League this season. Impressive attack onto the kitchen. And, I mean, I just that's all. Impressive attack on the kitchen. Incredibly well played to them. And, I mean, definitely adapting to the issues that they were having previously with attacking that site that caused them to lose 2 rounds there. Strength. Going for another attacking win on the Penthouse. They have won 2 Penthouse attacks in a row. Overdose GG, it is clearly the site that they're most well-versed on, the site that they're most confident on, but I got a question.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Is
bombs.
Overdose gonna adjust what needs adjusting to be able to win this site? They might just be so confident here that they don't even want to bother changing anything, and it might come back to bite them. However, if they have successfully adapted, it will mean that this season of Major League will go into their favor. We'll see. Honestly, I'm really hoping for Strength to win this specific round just so that we can see double overtime on the 3rd map. It would be very exciting for me, and I mean, we'll see how this round turns out. Godseaser once again putting this impact knee down. I haven't seen a ton of work been done from here. Maybe it's just to shoot out the Hibana pellets, but I mean, nobody playing below really.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
I mean, people have been playing below, but not for the Hibanas. They have swapped out their pulse here, I believe, either for a smoke or for the Jaeger. I don't quite recall what they did now previously, but I mean, a smoke, if that's what they swapped him in for, is a massive operator to have, especially on bomb, which is what most competitive players play. And yeah, we'll see. Spin watching out here. Tension's high for these teams. Godseaser and Assassin Slay going huge for their team here. If they get shut down, or even if just one of them gets taken down early here, I gotta say it's not looking good for their team to win this round. But we'll see. There's some Hibana charges come down, and we don't have a Bandit in place to be able to Bandit trick it. Bandit goes for the charge. No, he does not. He goes for the second charge, but doesn't have an opportunity to. Hibana's the other, or Battery's the other wall. It's not going to allow him to really do much. Godseaser picks up the first kill of the round. Once again, keeping up his tradition of picking up kills every single round, but Backyardigans takes him down. That's a massive kill. However, he did take down Spawn Peak, somebody who's been showing up, especially on a role like Ash. I mean, he's on Ash now, rather than the Thatcher he was when he got the 1v3. A lot easier to hit a 1v3 when you're playing Ash. But he did it on Thatcher. He's just playing Ash, however, now, and it will allow. It would have allowed him to get some more kills, but he got taken out a bit too early. Maybe playing it a bit more aggressively than he's used to. Demento trying to hit this Echrodrome, cannot quite find it. Goes for the C4, or goes for the nade rather. Does get the Echrodrome. That is pretty massive for them. No more Hibana charges coming out here, as they have all been used up. However, Backyardigans pushing down. You gotta wonder, don't they have a drone for their dead player to watch? You'd imagine that somebody was prepared to do it. Backyardigans holding this ACOG angle here. Almost going to catch Sway off guard. However, he's going to crawl in and get taken out from behind. Slay runs out with the shotgun, gets a double kill. That is momentous. Taking down 2 operators there. Backyardigans and Toxic Cookies, Demento, and Sokka. Not looking good here. This is for their spot in Major League. They both have to pick up a kill. Sokka still 1 and 6 here. Does get a kill. That is massive. Taking down Spin. He's going to rotate around here. 15 seconds to go. Plant starts going down here. Owen is going to push into the hallway. This could be huge if he could deny the plant. If he denies the plant, they win this season of Major League. He doesn't stop the plant, but he goes for the kill. Gets traded back, though. Sokka in a 1 versus 1 against the Echo here. Doesn't need to challenge it directly. Sway peeking around. Sokka cannot quite find the shot. Sokka 3 and 6 here. It's got to be on your conscience. He does not clutch the gunfight and dies. And that is this season of Major League. Sway on 1 single point of health is going to hit the diffuser down. And Overdose GG are 3 times Major League
Defenders win.
World, or well, NA Major League champions. And, I mean, what an incredible round. Sokka, who, no offense to him, but he has not been turning up on this map. He picks up a double kill of the 3 remaining enemies on that map and then brings the last one down to 1 health. All he needed was 1 stray bullet, 1 stray grenade to just knock 2 or 3 points of health off of Sway there, and it would have taken him down. But unfortunately for Sokka, unable to win this season of Major League for his team, and it all goes to Overdose. Incredible gameplay from both teams, and congratulations to Overdose GG for being Major League World Champions. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate a follow, of course, if you guys want to watch some more of my streams. Most of the time, it's just going to be me being bad at video games, but hey, isn't that what we're all here for? Well, actually, it's the opposite. We're all here for some impressive video games, but if you want to drop me a follow, that would be hugely appreciated. Donations and subs, of course, as well, but of course, that is not expected of anybody. Regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. I will host another league that I cast for. I'm not casting for them today, of course, because I'm casting this, but I hope you guys all enjoy some crispy smooth PC gameplay. I hope everybody has a good time today, and congratulations to Overdose GG for winning the season of Major League.